guys, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who has sent me prayers during my surgery, which happened like 2 weeks ago. I also want to thank everyone for patiently waiting for me to upload this video. I know by the title of my video you should already know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna be talking about my tubal ligation story. So, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. So, I know in my last video I talked about how I wanted to talk about something. This was it. What do you call that? My tubal ligation. Why I wanted to get a tubal ligation is because I just wanted 2 kids, and because I had 3 miscarriages, and it was just really depressing. So if you had miscarriages, you know how depressing it could be to have a miscarriage. So I just thought having 2 would be enough. What is a tubal ligation? It's basically where a woman gets her tubes tied because she doesn't want any more kids, which I don't want any more kids. But you could also get it reversed later if you do want to have any more kids. There are 4 types of tubal ligation that you could get. One is a banded. They just take your tubes. They take it and then they fold it in half and then they just rubber band it. They got cauterized where they just take it, cut it in half, and then they burn both ends. They have the tied and cut, which is they just take it, cut it in the middle, then they just tie both ends. They don't burn it. The next one is clipped. What they do is you just take your tube and they just clip it in the middle, so they use a metal clip. I got the tied and cut because I don't know, maybe later on I might want kids, but not right now because it's just 2 is enough for me. And plus I have a boy and a girl. Okay, so when I first got my tubal ligation done, you have to go see your OBGYN, and then they'll do a post-op. They're just gonna talk to you about what's happening, what's going on, and then they're also gonna make sure that your heart could take it, when you go under anesthesia. That's basically what I had to do. You also have to sign some paperwork to say that your insurance is covered by it, and to make sure that you understand what's going on. Basically, they don't do it at a hospital. They do it at a surgical center. That's where I got mine. My OBGYN, he is the best. He actually was my OBGYN, and then I didn't know that he was gonna be able to do my tubal ligation. So once you go to get your surgery, sorry guys, my nose is itching. So once you go get your surgery, you go to the surgical center, and then you can't have anyone be with you, so you're by yourself. So the surgery takes 30 minutes, and then you have to be, after you get your surgery done, you have to stay for an hour, so that they have to make sure that you're okay. So once you go in, they make you pee in a cup to make sure that you're not pregnant, and then after, they make you get dressed, and then they put the IV in, and then they give you this medicine. For some of you ladies that have given birth before, you take Zofran so that you don't get nauseated, lightheaded, and you don't feel sick. So that's what they gave me. And prior to that, you can't eat the day before. So the day before your surgery, you have to stop eating at 9 o'clock p.m. So that means no drinking water or nothing. So I was literally starving to death. It was almost like the experience of giving birth to both my children, where I couldn't eat. And sorry if I keep looking down. I wrote it down so that way I wouldn't forget about it. So they give you Zofran, and then inside it's just a little pill that you just take, and then they also give you another medicine in your IV to make sure that when you go under anesthesia that you don't get sick when you get out of it. So they took me to the operation room, and then they made me switch beds, and then all I remember is she put something in my IV, the medicine, and it was like burning. It's like a burning sensation. Um, and then after the burning sensation, the other nurse had told me to put my arm down because I had it up like this because like I felt it in the IV line going into my body, so like it was burning. So she made me take my arm down, and then after that, I felt it burning, and then I literally like knocked out. And so they don't do the mask where you see how when you go to sleep they sometimes do the mask. They don't do that. They put it through your IV now, so it's a medicine now. So they told me that after like I woke up, like I literally like was so anxious like the day before, because I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to, like, what if like I don't wake up and all of this and all of that. And then my OBGYN, he's like, no, you're gonna be fine, like I promise, and all of that. So like when I woke up, she was saying my name and all of that, and I was still out of it. But when you get out of the surgery and you wake up, like all you feel, like the cramping, is like constipation, like when you really need to take a poop and like it doesn't want to come out, like that, plus menstrual cramps at the same time. And first you get I will be inserting pictures on where you get your surgery at. So they do one in your belly button to fill your stomach up with gas, so that way your stomach is away from your walls, and they have easier ways to find your tubes, so that way like they don't damage the walls or whatever in your body, and so they won't damage your organs also. So they do one in your belly button, and then they do one on the top of your abdomen. That's where they do it. It's not really big. It's like really a tiny little, you're gonna have like a tiny little scar. So I'm gonna insert pictures to show you what they look like at the end of my video, so you know like where it's gonna be at. So I was in pain for, it'll take like 2 weeks to heal, so I was in pain for like 4 days, like the constipation and the menstrual type one. I was in pain for like for 4 days, but they give you a medicine at the end, like they give you Percocet, and that one really helped because like it made my cramps go away. And then after like I was done, because they only give you like 10 pills, after I was done with that, I had ibuprofen. It helped but didn't take away like all the major pains. What else? You can't have sex for 2 weeks because they don't want that you might get pregnant, because even though you get your tubes tied or whichever one that you're gonna get, you could still get pregnant. After that, I went home, and what do you call that? I remember like going to like getting picked up, and then all I kept saying to my husband was, the baby's crying. And then like I was totally still out of it. Then I came home, and I felt bad because for the 2 weeks I couldn't hold my babies and carry them. So my son, he would be like, mom, 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 like he would always want to come to me, but then I couldn't carry him, or I couldn't like cuddle with him because of my stitches. They do hurt, but to me, I feel like it was the best decision for me because I've had too many miscarriages, and 2 is enough. um what else do I talk about? Oh, so I went to my post-op appointment. So you have to do a post-op appointment so that your doctor or your OBGYN can see your incisions to see if like it's healing correctly, or if you're getting an infection, or to see if you're catching a hernia. So I did that, and then he told me that I don't need to take birth control, but to me I would, just to be safe. um because you never know. He said that you could still get pregnant even though your tubes get tied, which you shouldn't get pregnant, because they should know what they're doing. They should be able to tie your tubes without you getting pregnant. But he said that that's what could happen. So after that, you literally can't. So after your post-op, they're gonna tell you that you can't have sex for 4 weeks. So that's really a tragedy that you can't have sex for 4 weeks. I mean, you can have sex, but you can't have sex without protection. So that's my tubal ligation. Like for any woman out there that's trying to get their tubes tied, I'm not telling you to go get your tubes tied, but if you don't want kids now, and like you want to wait off, like I suggest getting your tubes tied is the best decision ever, because now I don't need to think about, oh my gosh, am I gonna get pregnant, or am I pregnant, like missing my periods. And they said that it doesn't mess with your hormones, but some doctors say that it does, so I'm really not sure. What do you call that, if you do get your tubes tied, let me know your tubal ligation story, because I really want to know. Mine went really well. I was just in pain for like 4 days, and like you can't take a bath, so like you can't be in hot water when you get your surgery. You could take a shower, but you can't like see when you like scrub your body, you can't scrub like where the incisions are. To me, for me, I always kept a bandage on. Before I showered, I still kept it on, and after, so I just took off the bandage and then I just cleaned around the incision. It's the type of stitches that they do is the one where it dissolves on its own. So that's what I had. So my surgery went really well. I really thank everybody for your prayers, and for everyone, you know, that's been patient with me, kept asking me about my tubal ligation, like getting my tubes tied. I really thank you guys for being patient. Like I really wanted to upload this like a week after my surgery, but I wanted to wait the 2 weeks so I could show you a before and after picture of it. So my doctor told me basically I could do whatever I want now, except for the sex part. I can't have sex without any protection, but that's about it. You also can't eat hot soup, like spicy stuff. You can't eat spicy stuff for the first week, because they don't want that you're gonna like when you go to use the restroom, they don't want that you're gonna catch a hernia from trying to take a poop. So to me, I wasn't able to take a poop for like 4 days. Like, so I was really backed up, because like they told me that to just keep eating and fluids. So like I really needed like to use the restroom, and so when I finally did, it was like a relief. And also like when you take a number 2 for like all those days that you literally can, like the pressure from the inside, because you could feel the pressure, like it'll literally go away and it won't be that much pressure anymore. It'll just feel like cramping, like menstrual cramping. Like if you don't have ibuprofen, you could take Tylenol, and that's about it. That was my tubal ligation. Like it really was simple. Like it was just a 30-minute thing. It was really fast. I couldn't have, like, how do I say this? I couldn't have made a better choice for myself. That's all I'm saying, because having more than 2 kids, I think is like, it's like very hard to take care of more than 2, especially like if they're very young. And to me, like if I didn't have those miscarriages, I would have had 5 kids by now, and I can't do 5. 2 is enough. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about my video. If you are going to get your tubes tied, please let me know. I want to see what your story or your experience was, because mine was just amazing. I love it. I'm so happy I got my tubes tied. I don't need to worry about getting pregnant anymore. Though I am gonna miss getting pregnant, like feeling like the baby grow inside, and like the kicking, and like the giving birth. Well, because I had epidural for both, so I really don't know how it feels to give birth naturally, but that's all I'm gonna miss. But yeah, guys, I'm just going to enjoy my corn soup. That's all I have to say about my tubal ligation. And see you guys in my next video. Bye.